Hey everyone, I just want to touch base on a topic called white balance. White balance is for still pictures or video. Um, every camera needs to be white balanced so you get the proper color and exposure. Not so much exposure, it really has nothing to do with the exposure, but when you change exposure, the white balance changes. So, in other words, if you're a little bit underexposed, white things like this paper will start to turn blue. People's faces, if you're filming somebody, their skin will, kind of turn blue if it's underexposed. And what you really want to do is you want to make sure that white balance is properly set. And there's many ways of doing it. You can use a white balance card, like grade cards, or you can use a white sheet of paper. You could also set your camera to auto white balance. However, the problem with that is if it's incorrect, you can fix it in post-production. If you're shooting raw, it's not a big deal. If your white balance is off, you can change it quite a bit. If you're shooting JPEG, though, you kind of got to nail the shot. So, however, if you're shooting video, setting your white balance before you start shooting is crucial, because if you're moving the camera or the subject is moving, the exposure will change. There'll be shadows or whatever that moving, or the lighting will change just so slightly, and it'll cause the white balance to shift. And if you're in auto white balance, you will see in your video all of a sudden yellow, and then you'll see a lot of blue. You'll see the white balance changing and ruining your video itself. So it's crucial to be setting your white balance to custom white balance and have it locked in that way. That way, if you move the camera around, the white balance is going to change. Even if you have to make an adjustment in post-production, you only have to do it once. Rather, if you had an auto white balance, you have to continuously keep changing it and shifting it as the video goes along with it, and that can be like aggravating. So the best way to do that is you take a white piece of paper like this, and most cameras, what it will do is it will allow you to get this into the full screen. Try to get at least 90% of that paper into your screen, covering most of the screen, and take the picture, and then it sets the white balance according to what light is hitting this, what kind of source of light it's hitting. So if you have some warm lights and stuff like that, then you'll be able to adjust accordingly. If your lights are cooler, then it'll warm it up a bit for you, so the white balance is proper. So white balance is very, very necessary when you are shooting video. Don't even bother to try using auto white balance, or it's just going to be a nightmare for you. I can tell you that from experience. And every camera is different on how to set your white balance, but I use Fuji. So in the Fuji, it's in all the menus. You can set it. You can set up to 2 or 3 different custom white balances at any given time. You can also set one of your buttons to lock the white balance to what it is right there. So even if you move your camera, nothing's going to change. I mean, you could do it that way, setting auto white balance, and have your scene, and then lock it and move your camera around, and it won't change. But if you forget to do that, you're going to ruin your video. The best way to go is to set your custom white balance accordingly. It's all set, ready to go, and when you go in post-production, everything will be fine. Hope this helps. Hope you like this video. If you do like this video, click like. And if you can click subscribe. I give out tips and tutorials all the time. So if you're interested in learning more, just stay tuned. And every now and then I come up with a video. So I hope this helps. Like I said, thank you for watching.